Hey everybody, how are you doing today? I don't know which story to tell today. We're in Mark chapter 7. And in Mark chapter 7, there are two really good stories here that I just jump off the page at me, and I love both of them. One is the faith of the Syrophoenician woman, the lady whose daughter was possessed with an evil spirit. And then the other one is about the deaf and the dumb man that they brought to Jesus. So if you look there, I think I'm going to go there. If you look there in verse 31, he came back from the coast of Tyre and Sidon to the Sea of Galilee through the midst of the coast of Decapolis, and they bring unto him one that was deaf and had an impediment in his speech, and they beseech him to put his hands upon him. Now, this is kind of like the story of the four friends. You know, they bring the man that can't bring himself to Jesus. Well, this fellow, deaf and dumb, apparently he needed friends to bring him to Jesus. And Jesus pulls him aside. So they come to Jesus, they bring him to Jesus, and then in verse 33 it says, he took him aside from the multitude and put his fingers into his ears, and he spat and touched his tongue. So Jesus begins to heal the fella, and once that's done, the young man there in verse 36 or verse 35, his ears were open and the string of his tongue was loosed, and he spake. So he's completely healed. The thing that really just supercharges me when I read this passage is, I mean, the healing's great, and the faith of the friends is great. All that's wonderful. The faith of the Syrophoenician mom is great. But it's the reaction of the crowd to this particular healing. That really, I love that part. Because there in verse 36, he charged them that they should tell no man. But the more he charged them, so much the more a great deal they published it. So here's where the crowd is disobedient to Jesus, because they just want to tell everybody. They can't hold it in. They can't keep it back. They just love the story. They love to tell this story so much about what Jesus can do. And then in verse 37 it says, and were beyond measure astonished, saying, he hath done all things well. He maketh both the deaf to hear and the dumb to speak. He does all things well, doesn't he? What a wonderful thought today for a Sabbath day. He hath done all things well. He's done them well for me. He's done them well for you. I mean, how many times? We can't count the times that he has blessed us and cared for us, that he's healed us, that he's saved us. I mean, goodness. He does all things well. Let's make much of Jesus today on this Sabbath. I hope this passage blesses you like it's blessed me. Let's go out and publish the great, wondrous things that Jesus does. All right? Love you guys. I miss you. I'll see you soon.